Hey guys, have you lost your lust for life? Is it starting to affect your love life? Or maybe your lack of one? More on this episode of the Audacious Podcast. Before we get started, do me a favor and pause this recording and pop on over to podcastgoodies.jennifercramerlewis.com and grab the play sheet. I'll be right here waiting. Maureen, you have an audacious ask.
Hi. Yes. Kind of like along the lines like what Jennifer was talking about is like learning to flirt and being seen, because I'm looking to get into a relationship and just kind of, I guess, looking for guidance or something to step back into dating.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Cool. So interesting. So who were you the last time that you allowed yourself to be seen?
It was like I was my mom and I'd had too much to drink. Yes.
That's awesome. Cool. So everywhere you need liquid courage to be seen, will you destroy and uncreate it?
Yes.
Kind of bad, right or wrong, pod and pock, all my boy shorts, beyonds. Not to say liquid courage isn't a good thing if you're using it as a tool, but there are other ways of being willing to be seen. I don't know if you've watched before. One of the things that I actually suggest is, sort of a being seen challenge. So you have to pick a body part of yours that's like either breasts or legs or something like that. And wear 2 shorts of skirts for a week or 2 low of tops for a week. And that changes a lot. Do you think you'd be willing to do that?
I could do it, but not at work. Yeah. Because we have like strict guidelines there.
Yeah.
So
well, I'm sure
yeah.
Everywhere else. And then
that would be fun.
Yeah. The other thing that I notice is we have these points of view about if people are receiving us, then that means we have to do something. Do you know what I mean? It's like if men are looking at us like, hey, baby, we have to either do or be something for them. And that goes for guys who are listening as well. If we're being received sort of in a flirtatious way, we have to do or be something for those people who are receiving us. And what would it take for us to know that is completely an interesting point of view that we actually don't have to subscribe to? So everything that is, everywhere you have an automatic response system that if somebody's lusting after you, there's something for you to do about it. Will you destroy and uncreate it?
Yes.
Okay, good and bad, right or wrong, pod and pock, all mine, boy shorts, beyonds. Everywhere being lusted after is creepy. Will you destroy and uncreate that?
Yes.
Good and bad, right or wrong, pod and pock, all mine, boy shorts, beyonds. I think there's a lot of auto response systems about not allowing ourselves or our bodies to be lusted after. So if you're wanting to get into a relationship with somebody, you would hope that there would be a little spark of attraction, if not a lot of spark of attraction, to be with somebody, as you're just looking for a roommate.
No.
Yeah. So when you feel the spark of attraction with someone, where do you feel that in your body? Where does that show up for you?
In my back, my shoulders, and like my neck area.
Okay, cool. So turn that up. Okay, turn it up again. Turn it up. Okay, so use that area of your body as almost like a satellite dish. That area of your body will probably be quite intelligent and tell you where to go. Wouldn't that be fun? If you had a little satellite dish that was like, oh, you can go here.
Yeah. Very Cool. Yeah.
Yeah. And then when somebody's lusting after you, where does that show up?
In my stomach area.
Okay, cool. And so put your hands on your stomach. Okay. So is that yours?
No.
Okay, cool. So everything that is, will you destroy and uncreate it and return it to sender?
Yes.
Okay, good and bad, right and wrong, POD and POC, all nine, boys, shorts, and beyonds. So when we buy points of view, they turn up in our bodies. Access calls them implants if they show up in our body. And so do you have an idea of the point of view that you bought that was implanted into your belly about being lusted after?
It was like my fault. I'd done something wrong to make them do that.
Okay, cool. So everything that is, will you destroy and uncreate it?
Yes.
Okay, good and bad, right and wrong, POD and POC, all nine, boys, shorts, and beyonds. Truth, did you do something wrong?
No.
Okay, everything that is, destroy and uncreate it? Good and bad, right and wrong, POD and POC, all nine, boys, shorts, and beyonds. Yeah. So cool. So have a look at that, the energy of lust. Like, I remember being, I had a pretty groovy mom. And I remember her talking about, like, this was her birds and the bees talk with us. And she was like, well, basically, if you believe in God, or we call it the universe actually wants us to be, lusting after each other. That's how babies are made. That's how creations are made. That's how, chaos happens. And, like everything that's sort of gorgeous on the planet is kind of lust worthy. Do you know what I mean? Like you can lust after like a gorgeous meal, or you can lust after a gorgeous pair of shoes. You can lust after a gorgeous body. And so would you be willing to be that creation energy that allows people to notice you and lust after you?
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah. So what percentage? Yes.
Like 65 to 72.
Okay, 65 to 72. Okay, cool. So all the other that you wouldn't be willing to be lusted after, will you destroy and uncreate it?
Yes.
Good and bad, right and wrong, POD and POC, all nine, boys, shorts, and beyonds. One of the things that I did learn eventually was sort of, I created a system for myself to, at the point where I created it, it was to sort of deal with people who were lusting after me in a way that was sort of light and fun and bright. So I didn't feel creepy about it. Would you be willing to develop a system for yourself to have fun with people lusting after you? Okay, so anything that doesn't allow that, and anyone else listening, to have that show up in a way that works for you. Like, it's so funny. Like this person who was very, very elderly in my mind, kind of made a pass at me. Like, well, I guess it was about a month ago. And I was like, wow, that is so cool. In the sense it's like everywhere I've excluded people of a certain age from lusting after me, and then I've noticed, it was funny, I was with one of my really good girlfriends, and her son, I stole his blanket because I was cold, and he was like petting the blanket, but he was kind of petting my breast as well. So I was like, I know what you're doing. And then he stopped. And so I didn't do it in a way that was embarrassing to him. I was just like, that might not be your brightest idea right now. And so what if it was just so contributory to have that lustful energy inside your body and have people gifting it to you and have you gifting it to the universe? What would that be like?
Fun and expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so bright. And, these are how our businesses show up. These are how our lovers show up. This is how money shows up dynamically, is willing to just be in that creation energy of being so light and bright and excited and sort of lusting after life. So anything that doesn't allow you to be, know, perceive, and receive the lust for life, will you destroy and uncreate it all?
Yes.
Good and bad, right and wrong, POD and POC, online voice shirts and beyonds. Cool. Get out there, girl, and report back.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. My pleasure. That was fun.
Oh my goodness, I almost forgot to ask. So if you love this podcast, if you found the information valuable, please subscribe and hit the notification tab so you know when we're live again. This podcast comes out weekly and sometimes even more than that. So we look forward to having fun with you, having your business be more audacious and more profitable than you ever thought possible. Thank you so much. My name is Jennifer Cramer Lewis, and this is the Audacious Podcast. See you again soon.